So while me and Fox were in Canada, we had a great time. She really enjoyed the fact that there was always green grass outside to play in, and I think she liked the fact that we didn't have to get in a dinghy. She didn't have to beg to go to land to do her business, so she really enjoyed that fact. I didn't film much of flying with her, but flying internationally with a dog can be interesting. It can be stressful. Hey, stay. Oh, it can be a bit of a stressful situation, but as long as you have all the right paperwork, you should be absolutely fine. So lucky for us, Fox is small enough that she can fit under the seat. I wouldn't have flown with her otherwise. I don't like the idea of putting them in cargo. I just wouldn't want to be away from her for that long, for the main reason. So she was able to fit under the seat. On the way to Canada, there's 4 other dogs that were being rescued out of the Bahamas. And they were all puppies, so they were all around us on the plane, and they were not happy in their crates. So then Fox started crying as well. But the flight back, she was absolutely fine. When we finally did get back to Nassau and we got to the hotel where we were staying for the one night before we got back to the boat, Fox was a little bit iffy when she saw Davy. She wasn't really sure what to think. She was like, "You abandoned me, you left me." So it took a little bit of time for her to open up back to Davy a little bit. Isn't that right, Fox? But if you guys are interested, I can go into more details of what it is like flying internationally with a dog. I'm not sure if you're interested in that, but it was a bit tedious. This is the housing that I had to put Fox into underneath the seat. So it was interesting. But again, if you want to know more about that, I can do another episode on that. Just leave it in the comments below if you're interested. Hi, we are Erica and Davy, an adventurous, slightly crazy couple who has taken on the challenge that is a hurricane-damaged catamaran. We have come so far and are beyond happy to be floating once more. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. Take a chance. You never know how perfect something may turn out to be. Is it a squirrel? Fox. I don't see anything. Oh my gosh, also I have to add that our second flight that was from Nassau to Georgetown, it was so hot. Our flight was delayed about an hour and a half, and they said it was for technical reasons. So we said, fair enough, fix the problems, we'll wait, we have no problem with that. But then we finally got the go-ahead, and we got on the plane, and it was so hot. I think the technical issue that they had was the AC wasn't working properly, and it was incredibly uncomfortable for... Luckily, it was only about a 30-minute flight down to Georgetown, thank God. But not only for me and Davy, I felt for Fox on that one, because it was quite hot inside. We were melting. But finally arriving back in Georgetown, our friend Norman picked us up and he drove us across the harbor to Hurricane Hole 3 where Barefoot is located. And seeing her again, it felt like we were gone for no time at all. However, when we were gone, it felt like we'd been gone for ages. It's one of those crazy things, right? So we are super happy to be back on Barefoot. My boat! My boat! What's up, Bob? Are we home? Wow, so where to begin? We're back on Barefoot. Woohoo! Woo! We've moved her out of the hole already. And guess what? Davy's back to doing boat work already.
Only 5 minutes in. Well, wanted to make some water. We've started to use the water maker. Anyway, hi guys. From the Bahamas, finally. And it's hot. So what we were doing, we were trying to make some water, but then when we were testing the water coming out, the parts per million were a bit on the high side. And but it did fluctuate and go back down again every now and again. So, and there was a bit of a pulsation on the pressure. So we've spoken with Rain Man, and I see I've got a slight oil leak as well here. Spoken to Rain Man, and they said to check the impeller. So I'm going to take this thing apart, give it a full service, and yeah, welcome back to Bahamas life.
There's always something, right?
Always.
But no, it's definitely hot here. It's definitely hotter than Canada. Fox is super happy to be back playing on the beaches and stuff. Although she does miss the fact that we could go outside every morning and already be on land without having to
jump in a dinghy or beg for a ride to land.
Beg for a ride to land. So, is it the impeller?
I don't know. I hope so. Well, I don't know if I hope so, because I don't know if I can get a spare one. I was hoping to take this impeller to the store to make sure I get the right size. Urgh! Nothing's ever easy in paradise. This is supposed to just be simply pull out. Let nothing. Oh, it just falls apart.
That wasn't easy, was it?
Wasn't easy to get it out. It was a bit seized up in there. And also it fell apart way too easy. Like for example, if you pull on, this is actually a good impeller. You can't just pull the blades off. Whereas that one, when I'm pulling it, they just come off. They flake off. So that definitely means, even though it's still quite squishy, it was definitely on the way out, 100% on the way out. But that's what that's not the right one as a replacement. I'm gonna have to go to town and see if I've got the remnants of this one with one blade on it, so that'll help give me a dimension.
Well, we have the
and
numbers.
We've got the numbers. So I'm gonna shoot to, what's the name of that store? Top to bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Top to bottom. So they've got a variety of different bits and pieces in town there. And I've got one more option being Brown's Marine as well, a bit further out field. But I'll try the more local one first. I've also got to pick up some cheese, because what do we want for dinner?
Tacos!
Taco! It's supposed to be Taco Tuesday, isn't it? We can pretend it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Alright guys, bear with me. Let's see if I can magic up some parts in the Bahamas.
Alright, so we had to go to 2 different stores.
For the world's most expensive part. So a $13 impeller. Anywhere else in the world, what do you reckon it would cost?
In the Bahamas.
Here in the Bahamas. Alright, leave it in the comments. We'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll tell you what it really was. Looks like it does fit. If you want to come and have a little look here. So it looks like it's gone all the way in. It actually looks pretty good. I can do a little spinner, chicken dinner. Yeah, that looks like it is actually the right part, even though it didn't have the right part number on it. Quite happy with that. Anyway, looking forward to your comments, guys. How much do you think that just cost in the Bahamas?
So sometimes you do get lucky in that you can find it at the local stores. So there is 2 main places that we check here. So there's Top to Bottom, which is in town, and then there's Brown's Marine.
Brown's Marine was the one that came through today.
Yeah, Brown's Marine. Brown's Marine is a little bit further out of the way, and we never went there last time we were here in Georgetown. But it's been one of our...
We didn't even know it was there, did we?
Yeah, we didn't know it was there, but it's been one of our handy little shops that we've gone to a few times this time around. So hopefully once this is all in, then we'll be good to go. We'll be good to make water, finally. It's taken, what, 4 hours?
I'm not sure which is the correct way to lubricate an O-ring for a water maker, but I know I can't put anything on it like dish soap, because it'll end up going through the membrane, so...
It's saliva.
We'll just do it Davy way. Do you want a kiss, babe?
No. How much was it?
A $13 impeller, anywhere else in the world, just cost...
$82. Okay, so the house is a little bit of a mess at the moment. I haven't completely finished putting away all of our stuff. And to be honest, the boat hasn't fared too badly. For being closed up for a month, I thought there was going to be a lot more mold growing in the boat. There is some specifically up here on the ceiling, so I'm going to have to clean that off. Ooh, there's a spot there.
Not bad. I thought we...
But like, it's really not bad. I thought it was going to be terrible when we got
jumping
back.
into this conversation from outside of a piece of sandpaper, I literally would not have been surprised that when we arrived back we went, and because we don't have a dehumidifier, we don't have an AC unit, nothing running when we're not here.
Yeah.
Everything was turned off, and I was just expecting to see this black mold from death hanging from the ceiling. And to be honest...
Oh, we did actually have 2 casualties. The day before the day we left, I put all of our pillows into vacuum seal bags. And then when I got back yesterday, I took... One of the vacuum seal bags didn't work properly, so it actually expanded while we were gone. And I think the fact that the pillows were inside the bag, the moisture must have... It didn't work the way it was supposed to. So anyways, we've lost 2 pillows to mold. But besides that, everything else, like cushion-wise, has turned out all right. We are planning on doing a big food shop, so the next thing was the fridge has turned on and that's on properly. But our freezer, our 12-volt freezer, unfortunately, it is not working. So Davy's been playing around with that a little bit, and it looks like there might be a blockage in the compressor. We've tried to regas it, that hasn't worked. We've tried a few different methods, but it looks like we're out of a freezer at the moment. So something else that we're gonna have to add to the wish list. Besides a few issues coming back to Barefoot, we are super happy to be back in the Bahamas. So we're cracking on with cleaning up the boat, doing some laundry, getting some stuff done. And next week we're going to show you some of the fun stuff that we've been looking forward to being back on the boat. Just want to throw in here as well, guys, if you do enjoy the content that we put out on YouTube, consider becoming a patron. Patron is a great way that you can give thanks to creators like us. So head on over and find Barefoot Travels. There is a link in the description below. If Patron isn't your thing and you still want to help us out, we have redone our Amazon wish list, as we do have some big projects coming up. So I'll put a link in the description below for that as well. Thank you so much to all of our patrons and everybody who watches our videos so far. We truly appreciate all the support.